Good morning, LV. I'm Bennett Ardy, and you're watching Lvtv. Today is Monday, January 31st, 2022. The DECA Club is creating their own LVHS cafe. Join them in room 129 on Mondays and Thursdays. It's a big week for LV basketball. Here's the schedule. We were wondering what the teachers of LV have witnessed over the past years, so we asked some of the teachers their craziest story that happened at school. Take a look.
Hey guys, today we're going to go walk around the school, find some teachers, and ask them some of their craziest stories. Let's go. Tell me your craziest story at Locust Valley.
You got to give me a minute. Cut! Actually, before I became a teacher here, I was covering a football game at Hofstra Stadium, and a parent or an uncle of one of the players that was here at the time ended up having a heart attack in the stands. And so we had to, it was raining out and there were metal bleachers, so we had to bring him down underneath the bleachers where it was concrete and perform CPR and use the AED on him. And miraculously, it was effective. He ended up living.
So the craziest time at Locust Valley was 10 years ago. I went in to teach a class and no students were on their phones. Not one student had a Chromebook out. Every kid was just talking and engaging with each other, and that was pretty wild.
This is what you came up with.
Yeah, that's what I came up with.
Don't talk to me.
Another time I was running up the stairs, and if everybody can remember Mr. Rogan, 7th grade science teacher, he's retired now for a few years. He was walking with me up the stairs, and as I was running or jumping or whatever I do to go up those stairs, my coffee, which everybody knows I carry a Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup in my hand every single morning, went flying all over Mr. Rogan. It was lukewarm.
The craziest story from Locust Valley is ever since Lvtv has been following me around like the paparazzi, I can't really get any work done. So the craziest thing is that I'm suddenly this celebrity who's so important that you're going to take away time from my IB economics class to get this clip.
You should write a complaint.
Who do I file it with?
Not me, I just work here.
All right, it's a tie between two things. About 10 years ago, I dropped a big bucket of water in the math office and flooded the entire math office, and everybody was calling me Aquaman afterwards because I did it.
Mr. Hogan getting taped to the gym wall.
Care to elaborate?
Like, you know, with, what kind of tape do you call that? Like
duct tape?
Duct tape. Yeah, he got duct taped to the wall. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But that really, I don't know if that competes with the fact that our boys soccer team won the Nassau County Championship.
More than a couple years ago, we had a fundraiser where the students raised money in order to shave the principal's beard, and it was for Relay for Life. So the kids raised money, and then at Relay for Life, they actually shaved the principal.
They did it for him.
They did it for him, like a St. Baldrick's kind of thing, but for Relay for Life.
Did they do a good job?
It was pretty good. I was impressed. He looked like a different guy.
And then the second thing was, 12 years ago, we did foods in the Middle Ages, so we had griddles in here, and when I used the griddles, I blew out the entire electricity on part of the second floor.
So you're a little bit problematic.
A little bit.
The room used to be set up before it was redone. All the double desks that were actually drilled into the ground, screwed into the ground, so you couldn't move the desks. And there were outlets that at the top, so you could plug in your stuff and everything. One of the kids didn't believe that the outlets were on, the outlets were working, and I don't understand why he didn't believe that. So I'm teaching, whatever, and all of a sudden he decides to take a paper clip and he shoves it into the outlet. Things start sparking, smoking everywhere, smoking the whole, I'm like, what are you doing? So luckily it didn't start a fire, and custodians had to come in. It was like this whole horrible show, but it ended up, luckily he was okay.
Did he get in trouble?
Oh, yes.
Thanks to all the teachers who participated. Email Lvtv if you're a staff member with a crazy story you want to share. We have a new segment called After Class, hosted by Jenna Cicchini. Our first episode includes us trying the most hated foods. Look out for the full segment on the Lvtv Instagram. Volley in the Valley is coming up this week, and as tensions grow, we interviewed some of the teachers that will be playing in the tournament to see how they feel.
What up, y'all? I'm Alex. I'm here at the Volley in the Valley practice. I'm here to talk to the captains and some of the team players. Let's go. How do you feel about your team?
I think we have a really good shot at this, but I have to say there are some surprise sleepers on the staff that I had no idea were so great at volleyball.
How do you feel about your team and yourself?
Yes, I feel very confident in our team. We have some good communication. Everyone's working hard out there. Definitely some competition on the other team. It's not going to be easy.
I was going to ask you about that. How do you feel about the competition? Your team that you're playing against.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I don't know who I'm playing against first, but we're going to put our hearts out there and see what happens in the end.
All right, guys, I'm here with senior team captain for the Green Machine, Jaden Lockman. Now, Mr. Lockman, are you ready for Volley in the Valley?
I am. I'm going all the way. Green Machine to the chip.
All right, guys, I'm here with Serves the Steel team captain,
Riley O'Brien.
Now, Riley, you are watching your team practice right now. How do you feel?
I feel pretty confident in my team. Honestly, I'm not a very competitive person myself, but I think the energy is so high right now. Everyone's having a good time. That's what I really care about, just everyone has a good time.
All right, guys, I'm here with Planet Bollywood team captain,
Jenna Cicchini.
Now, Jenna, you're watching some practices. How do you feel about your team?
I am very, very proud of my team. My team has had the highest attendance for these after-school practices. There is at least 4 or 5 people on my team at every single one of these. This is the biggest day we've had so far with attendance. My team is always the best with attendance, and I see big things. I've been seeing big improvement, especially on Mr. Boucher's part. Very uncoordinated at first, but luckily he used his height to his advantage. I'm definitely using him in the front, and I just see lots of good communication. I'm very proud of how far we've come.
There's a new signee on the SWAT team, Mr. Morris. Now, are you going to be 110% to play him?
I think so. We're going to trust in our training. We've been putting 110% out in the practice field every day, and I think we'll be ready to go.
I would imagine that Mr. Morris is going to sway some of the predictions. He's a pretty intimidating guy and probably has some volleyball in his background. So I think that's a big blue chip grab, absolutely.
I am so pumped to play that the other teams better bring it.
You are practicing. You played extremely well.
Thank you.
You were very good. Now, how do you feel about your other team?
My entire team?
Your entire
they're
team.
Phenomenal. We got hitters on 3 corners at least. We got some strong serving, okay, and I'm looking forward to really being part of it.
How do you feel about your competition?
What competition?
All right, guys, make sure to tune in February 2nd here at the gym for Volley in the Valley. You don't want to miss any of the action. I'll see you there.
Make sure to attend Volley in the Valley February 2nd, right after school, in the gym to cheer on your favorite team. Thanks for watching our show. See you next week on LVTV.